Jordan is somebody that is known from high school as like creating drugs for people to make them feel better in certain situations. Okay, well, you want to do this?
Yeah, but I guess the guy Jordan, I think his name was Jordan, who was renting the house that the 3 Chiefs fans froze to death in the backyard. Apparently, when he moved out, he put all of his shit into storage and checked into rehab. They're reporting that this was a big wake-up call for him.
2, 1.
No shit, your friends are frozen. So I guess we can think of what happened.
We have a liftoff.
Bitches. Hello. I think we're gonna fall down the Marie Hilly Road today, rabbit hole today. Rabbit hole. So, yeah, I've been getting a lot of traffic on the Gypsy Rose video I did where I was getting ready, which obviously that's not today. And I talked about Gypsy Rose taking her shit from movies. Well, I think one of these movies, and it does sound a little similar to what Gypsy went through with her mom with the fraud part, and how Dee Dee used to write bad checks and stuff, is this Marie Hilly. Now, I linked the YouTube, the movie. I'll link it again on today's playlist that I'm going to put below, you know, my daily playlist. But she poisoned her daughter. She poisoned her husband, and she poisoned her, I think, her mom, too. And they're saying that, you know, that, like, she was doing it for fraud purposes. She was doing it to get money. It wasn't necessarily, like, attention. It was to get money, because she was willing to kill her daughter for money. So, I feel like this case, because with Gypsy, it's weird, because there's this fraud element, and Gypsy being manipulative as well with her mom. And now, yeah, that didn't go on in this one. This lady was totally doing it on her own. But Marie Hilly was fucking crazy, just like, you know, these people are in the Gypsy Rose. So I think we're going to look at some of that stuff today. Play some of those documentaries. Let's see. We got Real Crime here, Secrets of a Sociopath. Yeah, they're pretty much saying this woman was a fucking sociopath. But, and I've heard other people say that Munchausen by proxy, there's some doctors, some psychologists and psychiatrists who have specialized in the area who don't even believe that Munchausen by proxy, or fictitious disorder as it's known now, is actually a real thing when it's being done to somebody, when somebody is doing it to someone else, that it's actually a form of psychopathy. Because they're hurting someone else, and it's almost like it's not more about the attention as it is about inflicting this pain on someone else. So, yeah, it gets pretty deep. So, we're going to look into Marie Hilly today. Looks like those guys that froze to death, I was watching, what was it? I was watching somebody's live stream. Where is it? I don't remember. Was it the Pasquale show? I think I might have been him. If I find it, I will link it. But I guess the guy, Jordan, I think his name was Jordan, who was renting the house that the 3 Chiefs fans froze to death in the backyard. Apparently, when he moved out, he put all of his shit into storage and checked into rehab. They're reporting that this was a big wake-up call for him. No shit, your friends are frozen. So I guess we can think of what happened. Probably had something to do with drugs. Not surprised, I guess, but I guess we'll find out more from the talks. But it was just funny, like, Jordan checks into rehab. Chiefs renter, friend of 3 Chiefs friends checks into rehab, and I'm like, well, we know what happened there, I guess. More than likely, it was an OD. It's freaking crazy, but yeah, so I'm going to link some shit for you below. I am waiting for today's vlog to upload. It's Wednesday. My back is, remember, that's not a pew-pew. That's my air freshener. But yeah, it is a bad back day. I can feel those clouds, but we're keeping it moving. We're keeping it moving. Oh, I changed into a house dress because it's warm. It's not like warm, it's humid today. So I changed into a house dress. I call them house dresses, you know, like, or they're just flowy and just something you'd wear around the house while you're doing shit. Yeah. So I'm getting some coffee. Let me turn on the lights so you can see. What? Oh, the babies want snackers. Okay. The cats used to be hooked on those Temptations and we got them off them because I've heard some stuff about Temptations not being good. So we tricked Noe into thinking that just regular ass dry food they eat is like a treat. So I call them snackers. So he gets all excited. You want your snackers, Noe? Yeah, see, he wants a snacker, so I give him a snackers, which is basically dry food. Yeah, here you go, Frank. And then I pour the rest in the big dry bowl, but yeah. Focus. Focus. Not editing that out, we all cough. So yeah, I've been working on my picture that I turned in that sticker into a shirt. So I'll show you when I'm done getting my coffee. Yes. I like to use a pure protein. I put a full bottle of protein shake when I have coffee sometimes. Sometimes I just put some of it, but it keeps me full. It tastes like a mocha. I just put some cold brew in it. All the coffee, yeah. And I just put a little bit of sugar-free creamer in it. Sometimes I'll put like a sugar like substitute in it, like, hey, no fighting. Cat's fighting. I'll put a sugar substitute in it, like monk fruit sugar. I like monk fruit sugar because to me it tastes, I don't know, there's this weird aftertaste to stevia, and I don't hate stevia, I'll use it, but there's a weird aftertaste to it. So yeah. Whoa. Whoa. So yeah, I'm over here still waiting for YouTube to get their shit together and put my upload up. Gypsy Rose. Crazy statements, yeah. Crazy statements while being interrogated. Uploading. But you guys have already seen it because you're in the future, so. Oh, sit down here. Okay. Got my little baby fan going. I always have this little fan on me. Yeah, okay, so. Let me turn the fan off so you can hear me. Okay, so there is the shirt I'm making. You guys remember the sticker? I'll show you the shirt first. So I'm thinking I was going to do pink rays coming out of the windmill behind her, but I decided to just kind of fill in the back pink. This is going to be on a cream colored shirt, so it's like a poster for like the decaf tour. So I'm right now going in and filling in the pink around it. But I think this is going to look really good. It's going to be kind of cut out and stuff. And you'll see some of the cream of the shirt through. Anywhere you can see through, it's all see-through, you know. Like here, this lettering's see-through. So I think it's a really cool effect. The kids really did tell me that this was one of their favorites, was the decaf era. I think because of Taylor Swift and the whole era thing is popular. But I told them I'd make a tour shirt. So the decaf tour. I can't put era because I'm not going to infringe on Tay-Tay's copyrights. But yeah, that's what I'm going with so far. I like it. It's kind of got like an 80s band punk vibe to it that I'm really digging. I was going to put the Mermart behind it, but then I decided just a plain ass windmill was better. That's more iconic for Palm Springs, so yeah. And then the sticker, where's my sticker? Here's our sticker. So yeah, we're gonna put those up around. I'll put them up on the website if you guys want, but yeah, those are the stickers that I'm gonna give out to my team, my street team, to disseminate amongst them. Yeah, we're going to like an event this weekend. We're going to like an event this weekend where there's gonna be like a lot of like people and shit, so we'll be able to take our stickers that we do have there. But I'm gonna try and finish this today so I can then get a sample ordered and whatnot. Really digging it. And I'd like to really kind of have all that before, you know, festival season starts and stuff. Bless you! Do you ever say bless you to your pets when they sneeze? I do. Timmy is so funny when he sneezes because he's so little. And he has these big sneezes like, choo, choo, choo. I'm like, oh, poor baby. So, yeah. Cheers!
Jordan is somebody that is known from high school as like creating drugs for people to make them feel better in certain situations. Okay, look, you want to do this? Okay, I'm gonna.
That is an interesting statement.
What?
You said what? I'm
what?
Sorry. I gotta hear that back.
Is known from high school.
Okay, he's known from high school
as like creating drugs for people to make.
Oh my God!
Creating drugs for people to make them feel better.
Whoa! I had to show you guys that. So T-Rev is watching this. I'm gonna link this on our playlist for today. T-Rev's doing his live stream and he's watching this clip of this interview. I need to find out where this interview is so I can link this interview. And he's saying that like Jordan, the guy who, you know, moved out, went to rehab, is someone known for creating drugs. Now we know that Jordan is like a chemist or something, works with HIV drugs or something, but he works from home, so that's kind of interesting, right? How do you work with HIV drugs and stuff like that, but you're at home, working from home, right? You're not in a lab. Yeah, maybe Jordan got in trouble at work for taking things out of the lab he's not supposed to. I'm going to link that. I'm going to see what else I can find. See if I can find that interview. So you don't have to watch, because, you know, T-Rev streams a lot. But, whoa. I heard that and I'm like, whoa. That reminds me of, there is a Vice documentary. What is it? I think it's called High on Crystal. And it is about a woman. She has a YouTube channel and she used to do a lot of, Underground LSD Palace. Yeah, and I'm gonna link this too. And she dated a guy, she was a stripper, and she ended up dating a guy who was making LSD and other chemicals and stuff out of this underground lab. It's really interesting. It kind of talks about, you know, like they were one of the biggest like suppliers of like MDMA and all this stuff, and they would do experiments and make other drugs and stuff like that. So yeah, that is interesting. I'm gonna link this Vice documentary too, so you have something else to watch. But yeah, interesting. This is gonna be an interesting case to see what happens, because honestly, if he was making stuff and giving it to them, that can be a whole different kind of liability for that dude than just, I fell asleep in the other room while everybody died outside. This is a crazy case. There's something not right, man. This is crazy. This is crazy.
So no, I'm not saying that every company has to be the same way, but if we're looking at the facts, you are presenting a photo of the hair that you cut and the hair in the bag. That is not 8 inches. I am sorry.
What the fuck?
Y'all don't understand, okay?
My God.
She took that picture of that hair, and she ran it through some kind of computer system who used an algorithm and some crazy-ass numbers, okay? And they calculated that hair is only 5 inches, all right? You don't understand the work that Radiant Brick to find out that was only 5 inches.
Wow. Oh, hi, Frank. Hi. Frank's joining me. Oh, let me move my stuff for you, Frank. Hold up. Hold up, Frank. Yeah, let me move everything for Frank. No, don't mind that I'm vlogging right now. I'm trying to show the people Xylie's live stream. So yeah, welcome to the next day. Totally passed out and stuff, but I have a sample of my shirt design on the way, so I want to show you the mock-up real quick. I was watching Xylie's stream, linked in my playlist. She's going over this morning about crazy people who are obsessed with, like, everything Gypsy does. I guess Gypsy donated some of her hair to a charity for cancer. And they're saying, oh, it's not long enough or whatever. Who cares? I don't know why people are obsessing over what she's posting like that now. I was talking to one of you in the comments that, you know, a lot of people expected Gypsy to come out as like the underdog or the like a hero out of prison. She's fucked up. She's so messed up. And it's really sad that people expected so much out of her. Because like I've said, she grew up in this. She was a victim. And a lot of times people who are a victim of these things, they're broken afterwards. They're messed up and they need a lot of psychiatric help. A lot of like almost deprogramming to learn that like these things that they're doing, these traits that they picked up from their abusers is not correct. She just doesn't get it. And like she went from one prison with her mom basically to another prison. And one person made the point, in prison you do need to be manipulative. You need to have some kind of thick skin to survive prison. So, who knows how Gypsy had to survive prison the last 8 years, too. So, it's like, it's not, there's no answer. There's going to be no happy ending. It is what it is. And it's sad that all these people have these Disney movie expectations of Gypsy Rose. When it's like, this is not, this isn't a movie. This is real life. And real life is complicated. And there isn't always going to be a happy ending. And there's a lot of people who grew up very privileged, who grew up in homes that had two parents, who didn't have to experience any kind of abuse, whose parents bought them a car when they turned 16, whose parents paid for all this shit, helped them go to college, even though they were flunking out on the water polo team. You know, parents who like really sacrificed a lot for their kids, and they just, you know, don't get it. And, you know, usually those are the ones that throw it all away and whatnot and don't realize later that, oh shit, my parents were great. But you know what I mean. Those of us who grew up in, you know, messed up childhoods and stuff, which is most people have a messed up, crappy childhood. But for the few people that don't, when you hear them complaining and pointing out shit about Gypsy Rose, I guess to me it becomes very obvious that you don't get it. You don't get trauma. You've never been traumatized. You don't understand that there isn't always a happy ending. That sometimes this is it. And this is it for Gypsy Rose for a while. She's going to be messed up. And that was why some of these like psychologists and experts said that she needed to take a break offline when she came out of prison. I think it had to do with the fact that she's not going to be perfect at all. She's going to be messed up. And that is going to be very off-putting to a lot of these people who don't get it. Who don't get trauma. Who don't get abuse. And they're going to judge her for it. And I think that's why they said she needed to take a break when she came out. So she could kind of learn these things. Kind of get some help. Some counseling. See a psychiatrist. Recognize some of these toxic traits of hers. So she can move forward in her life in a healthy way. Like I said, there's never going to be a happy ending for Gypsy Rose, unfortunately. That's what happens with child abuse. If you're abused so severely like Gypsy Rose, it's going to be very hard to find that happy ending. You just got to find a place where you're going to be okay. Like I think about some of the traumatic things I went through and stuff, and how they're things I'm going to carry the rest of my life. And they were nothing compared to what Gypsy went through. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. You guys can let me know more of your thoughts about that in the comments. I'm listening to that shit about the Chiefs fans, too. It's sounding like, I was listening to the Pasquale show this morning, and I think I found that News Nation clip for you guys of the one friend saying, well, yeah, he's known for the one making all the drugs and handing them out to people. I think I found that. That's crazy. That is some Breaking Bad shit. Pasquale was talking that maybe this was this guy's way of being cool, was making drugs for people. I don't know. It just very much reminds me of that Vice documentary I listed about the guy who was making the chemical, the MDMA and the psychedelics in the underground lab. Linked in my playlist. This case is going to be interesting, and I don't care, like, if he took the drugs too. He's going to be liable. And it reminded me, I remember, this is years ago, I'm in California. Now, I'm in the Coachella Valley, so from us, like, about 2.5 hours away is a place called Chino. I think it's called Chino. Was it Chino or Norco? Those two places are about 2 hours. They're about same area, but there was, like, they found 6 or 7 people dead in a house, and it was all from the same batch of, you know, laced drugs that they got, and they said it was like the illegal fentanyl or whatever from Mexico, but it was one of those, they got a bad batch, and it's almost sounding like, was this a bad batch, and these guys just fell asleep outside where Jordan fell asleep in the house? What about the 5th guy? Yeah, Pasquale was saying on his show that guy needs to come out and start talking, because him hiding and stuff makes it look like he's just coming up with his narrative. Yeah, I'm rambling. I don't know. It's fun to talk to you guys about these cases, because, like, I think Patrick and my mom, some of these cases are too much for her. So, like, my mom likes the Hallmark Channel. My mom is a sweet lady. Okay, she's a very sweet lady. She loves her Hallmark movies. She loves sitting in bed all cozy, watching the Hallmark movies with her cats. That's my mom. Patrick, I talk to him all the time, so he's used to hearing me talk over and over again about Gypsy Rose, about how I'm pretty sure that this is from the Love Witch. This is the Marie Hilly story. Yeah, he's tired of hearing about Foodie Beauty in Kuwait, I'm sure. But there is sometimes low-key, he'll be like, so, like, I'm like, nothing's going on today. And he's like, well, did Foodie post anything? Did she do anything today? And I'm like, no, she just ate in front of her couch, which is boring. She's doing these podcasts now. I like seeing Foodie do stuff. I like seeing her interact with the world. I honestly think if Foodie lost all the weight, she'd still be the same person. I think it would be fun to see her actually consistently lose weight, because I think she would be a mega bitch just like she is now. Nothing would change. Nothing would change. So, yeah. Still waiting for Gypsy Rose to go dig up the tampon in the jar, though. Like, that would be easy to prove, right? I still just keep thinking that there is this tampon in a jar in the ground in Missouri. In that backyard in Missouri somewhere. My cat's looking at me like, what are you talking about? Tampons in a jar? I'm glad I'm just a cat. So yeah, I'm going to stop yakking so I can start editing. If you can tell, it's dark in here because it's raining. It's raining. So yeah, got to get on my editing game. Blah, 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 blah. As always, I'm sending you guys lots of love. I hope you're having you had a good day yesterday. You're having a good morning. I'm glad some of you said that you were enjoying the movies, the Marie Hilly movie I linked, which I like. I like that. It's fun to share things that I watch on here with other people and see what you guys have to think and stuff. So, yeah. I love you guys, and I hope you have fun doing whatever you're going to do, whether it's watching the playlist or watching other shit on YouTube. Till I see you in the next one. Bye, guys.